Yo, what's good, guys? How's everybody doing tonight? I myself am procrastinating. I have an exam at 10:30, but I'm not going to be sleeping tonight. So I was like, to spend some time, I'm going to do a little stream because my test is on the first chapter of this book, Digital Humanities, Digital Forensics. So here we go. I mean, Mahler. I mean, the hearts are just like, oh wow, this person noticed me, kind of thing. If you like that, then you like it. If not, I mean, it's basically the equivalent of getting a like on Facebook or something. Yo, girls in the chat, how's everybody doing? Leighton, Axe. You have a Trig exam on Tuesday. Trig, holy crap! When was the last time I took Trig? God damn. You stop. Who were you watching, Silvers? What streamer were you watching? Were you watching Shroud? Shroud is my favorite PUBG streamer. It used to be Grims, but I like watching like the best players, and Shroud to me is by far the best player in PUBG from the streamers that I've watched. Dang. Yo, what's up, Schneider? Yeah, I have a crap ton of college books down here. That's like, oh, there's random Terry Brooks book down here. Look at that. I have like crap ton of college books down here. This one's I have a pre-calc book down here, and I haven't taken pre-calc in fucking like 4 or 5 years. Yeah. Gotta put this shit back so it doesn't fall off. The fundamentals of art history. I remember that class. Yo, what's good? Dritz says Landry, where you been at? Well, I uploaded a video today. I spent the entirety of last night basically working on the video. Wanted to get it done. A huge load off my chest. So now that I have that out of the way, I can do other stuff. But I've been chilling. Playing PUBG with my friends. Axes. Dritz, YouTuber peoples are deleting live streams. Do you know why? They don't post them like they used to. Who are you referring to? Because, I mean, for me, I don't really follow a lot of people who do live streams. I haven't personally noticed a difference. If you can talk about people that I know about, I can probably give you some input. Rumbar. Damn, you showed your pretty face and your view count. Damn, near triples. At least that's the nah. I mean, I don't even have like a good like HD camera. Maybe one day when I'm not poor as shit, I can get one. Layton says, how much do you pay for college in the US? It's free in England. Well, for me, I am in debt a lot, so that's how I pay it. I used to pay part of my tuition out of pocket because I worked, but I simply can't afford it anymore. So I have a bunch of loans, a bunch of loans that I have to pay off. That's how I afford college. But my university isn't really that expensive compared to others. It's like $14K a year for mine. Teching and Rogers Base. Rogers Base doesn't really delete that many live streams because he doesn't really upload that many. And same with most people. A lot of people, like, for instance, from a content producer standpoint, whenever like you're uploading streams, you don't want it to just be you lazying around. You kind of want it to be constructive. And it depends on what you talk about during that stream, whether you determine whether or not it's a good stream. If you think the stream you had is a good stream, then you're probably going to upload it. But if not, you won't. So that's kind of the determining factor. Because, like, look, for instance, Brago goes into his streams with a set objective, which is why he uploads nearly all of his streams, because he has a subject to talk about in all his streams. I'm not one of those people. Yo, what's up, Air Hentai? My last 2 streams were deleted. I don't Um, I don't really upload my streams anymore because I don't want to cluster my channel, basically. So I keep them on the down low. $14K a year. Holy shit, that's a lot of fucking money. Dude, guys, this is a cheap college. My one friend went to Ohio Northern. I think his tuition was a lot harder. He went like 40,000 in debt when he was there. I'm a little bit less than that. So your stream is shit. Kill yourself. Yes. Oh, I need the haters, man. I need the haters. These Joy Boy fake theorist haters putting explained, revealed in all of his titles, capitalizing certain words. The truth. Oh, I feel so damn full. Damn, I'm fat. I need Master Heraclesen. I just ate a big plate of fries, so I'm pretty good. Shots to Coke. 40K in debt. Yo, my friend went to a good university, though. I'm in a pretty subpar university myself. But he already has a job in the real world. He basically went for like electrical engineering and circuitry and nanotechnology, so. Yo, who else wants to see Dritz and JB go out? The closest me and Joyboy go to going all out is whenever I basically play devil's advocate whenever me and Joyboy talk about ideas. That's about the closest we get. Dritz growing that mustache, I see. Dude, it's not that I'm growing, it's just that I'm too lazy to shave it. I'll probably shave it at some point, but it's the weekend, guys. I'm not going to go shave my fucking shit just so I can be on camera for a stream I'm not going to upload. Magellan the Theorist. Never forget. Yeah, I mean, if you go to college in the U.S., basically debt is your best friend. Unless you get a full ride or something fucking ridiculous. Joyful. That's right. That's right, bitch. But don't be so certain about it. I'll play devil's advocate with you all night. 5 hours was the last time. Tyler says, I had cornbread, cabbage, ribs, and fried chicken. Oh my god, dude. That sounds like a good-ass dinner. Just curious, am I subscribed to Weekly Shonen Jump? Hell no. Not yet, at least. I'm probably not going to subscribe to them soon either, considering what's going on with my truck. I don't want to spend extra money, even if it's just a little bit. Is Mihawk Admiral level? Potentially. I mean, you can say all you want. It basically just comes down to portrayal and what you think is right. But the truth of the matter is that we don't really know much. The 3D art school you attended to was 120K a year? 120? Dude, you must be making bank, baby. Tuna mixed with avocado. Avocados. Hey, Dritz, is there a warlord that you would get rid of with the idea they'd be replaced? As of now, or as in the entire story? If it's as of now, the current warlords. I mean, I kind of like most of them. I guess Weevil, until like we get more clarification about the details behind Weevil. Weevil as a character in of himself isn't entirely interesting. It's the lore behind him that people care about, and not necessarily the character. If Brooke was to get any kind of hockey, what would it be? Uh, Hard to answer that question because I feel like his like abilities with his soul make it so that he doesn't really need armament hockey. I mean, sure that would help. The most useful thing for Brook might be observation hockey if he was able to get it, because the soul powers kind of make it that he doesn't really need armament, and obviously he's probably not going to get Conqueror's hockey. So I'll probably go observation because observation is like the all round like pretty good to have hockey. How do I think Weevil will fit into the story? I would expect at some point in Wano. Is Jut's Admiral level? Hell no. If you were to rank me amongst One Piece YouTubers, you have the Yonko, Supernova, and the Shichibukai. I guess I would probably fit more along the lines of a Supernova, maybe? Maybe? Because, I mean, I can't see myself not being in one of the two categories simply because how many One Piece YouTubers are there? There's not that many. Silver says, I would get rid of Moria and have Buggy in from the beginning. Didn't like Moria, but loved Thriller Bark. But don't like his design all that much. I actually really liked Moria's design. How many shots does it take to change a light bulb? Depends on who. Am I affected by the hurricane? No, I live in Pennsylvania, so the most we're going to get is some heavy rain. Now, the heavy rain might affect me because this house is kind of a piece of shit, but it won't be too bad. Will Zoro get King's Hockey end of story? Good chance. Am I getting anyone in tonight? Probably not. I mean, I say this every time, but, I don't really want to, I don't know. I'm just going to kind of chill tonight, I think. I think I'm just going to chill. I'm a rookie in the East Blue. I take that. All right. Joy Boys, Garp, and I am Home Epo. I'll take it. I'll take it. Yo, let's go do sup. Will Conqueror's Hockey find a real use in the New World / end of story? I think it's basically guaranteed that it will, because it's made to seem like the people who are really strong are required to have that, and there has to be a reason aside from just knocking away fodder. So I'm sure Oda will expand upon it in the future of the story. Thanks for the last video. Hey, I mean, I made it basically because it should have been done at least 2 weeks ago, but I put it off. Sanji or Zoro? Asks Beyond Infinity. Sanji or Zoro? What? Who do I like more? I like Zoro more than I like Sanji. This is going to be another short 4-hour stream. Joy Boy's here after all. If Joy Boy wants to join the stream, then this stream will probably be pretty long. Do I subscribe to the idea that high-level hockey could slow down time? I mean, there's no evidence to that, so I don't think I subscribe to it yet. It's a cool idea, though. We talked about it 2 months ago, LOL? Wait, what are you talking about? What did I miss? Is that to me? I don't know. Is Smoker a viable threat post time skip? I believe so. Jut's is Joy Boy's right-hand man. I would like to believe that, but there's probably other people that Joy Boy considers closer to, at least in allegiance. Revujo is probably way up there. As far as Joy Boy's butt buddies, it'd probably be, what, Revujo? There's probably one person that he's cheating on me with, and then maybe me. I'm like the third commander. Who do I think is the most unique character in One Piece? Oh, off the top of my head, it's a very hard question to answer because I'm just drawing a blank right now. Put me on the spot. You got me good. I had to think about that one. What do you think will be Wano's reaction when they see Zoro with Shisui? It depends on who sees them. If it's like the people aligned with the Kozukis, I can see like a funny interaction where they want the sword back. But I guess it depends on how everyone else in Wano feels. I could see it being a problem though. Me and Drew Boy should read spoilers together. It would be amazing. I don't think he would like that, to be honest. I feel like that's something that he considers a little bit boring. Even though Oda said Usopp will always be the weakest, do you still believe that will be the case? End of story. Well, weakest is kind of like a thing that you can argue, what does that actually mean? I believe that, portrayal-wise, he will always kind of end up being amongst the weakest, but everyone has their uses, and that's the important part of being a member of the Straw Hats. You have to be useful. The third Mink Theory, bro, finally got it out. Finally. And like whenever I was writing the script, I was like, man, this is 3,200 words in my Word document. That's like as long as my reviews. Goddamn. Yo, what's up, RM Jan? Dritz, what part is Admiral Greenbull going to play in the story? Now, there's a lot of ideas surrounding this, and none of them can be taken as fact, but people think that he's either going to show up in Wano or show up in Reverie, just as a reveal of his character. I would be more inclined to believe in Reverie than Wano, considering that I think that if any Admiral were to show up in Wano, it would probably be Fujitora. Do I think Kinemon will die in Wano, or do I think who do I think will die in Wano? I don't think Kinemon will die in Wano. No, I don't think Kinemon, Contra, or Raizo will die in Wano. That doesn't really make that much sense to me yet. There would have to be a lot more evidence suggesting that sort of event happening, which at this point in time, I don't find it likely. If anyone were to die in Wano, Yonko is always amongst the top priorities, considering we don't know what's going to happen with Kaido in correlation to other Yonko maybe showing up. If the idea that Law uses his Devil Fruit ability on Luffy is true, then Law would die, unless there is some other reason for that to not happen. But I don't really see that many people dying. I don't know. You guys should know by now that my idea going into One Piece is that not many people are going to die. How strong do I think Blackbeard is right now? A lot of people acknowledge that Blackbeard is really strong, but I think, if anything, he's probably underrated for his strength, because I feel like most people in the Yonko categories would put like, there's a lot of Shanks fanboys. People think Shanks the strongest Yonko, then like Kaido, then like Blackbeard, then Big Mom. But, I mean, we basically know that at some point in time, Shanks is probably going to die to Blackbeard, so I'd probably put Shanks on the same level. Dritz, in your mind, what would be the most shocking twist-filled ending for the current Cake arc? Well, the most shocking twist that could possibly happen is something that I think wouldn't happen. So, basically, take everything that people like me and Joyboy believe in as, like, requirements for the arc and completely throw them away. That would be the most shocking thing I think I could possibly think of for Whole Cake Island, where we have all this set up and it is completely ignored. Either that or like Big Mom actually dies in the arc, because that would fuck, right? Do you think we'll get another Buster Call, knowing you're not a fan of one happening this arc? I mean, I don't think we're going to get one. It's a possibility though, but I don't think it's going to happen. Do you think we will see Wano this year? Whole Cake Island still doesn't look like it's going to end in the next few chapters. Yeah, we'll see Whole Cake Island by the end of the year. But it's not going to be like we're like X amount of chapters into the arc. It's basically going to be the very beginning. Or at least that's what I think. When do I think the Straw Hats visit Elbaf? I think the Strahds visit Elbaf after the transitional arc after Wano, then they go to Elbaf. And I recently read a theory that I just loved. And if you guys follow me on Twitter, then I posted the theory on Twitter, and it has something to do with Nami's heritage and the Emerald City. And so I could see potentially an Emerald City kind of mini arc happening after Elbaf. That would be sweet. Is it possible Breaking Kid out of prison will be a subplot of Wano? It could be. It could be. Maybe that's where Killer comes into play, or the other supernova where they propose an idea that they need Kid. That'd be pretty cool. Most surprising possible ending, a lot of Strats die suddenly. Possible ending. Possible. There's no way a bunch of Strats are dying. That's not possible. Alright, guys. I am going to start reading the predictions. We're going to go through them. I'm going to try and go through them faster than I did before because I feel like you guys can read along with me. So, I'll go ahead and we'll start the predictions. Heading into these predictions, guys, I'm going to make a prediction that there's going to be some big bullshit we're seeing. Either with Katakuri, Big Mom, Carrot, and probably Pudding. You're probably going to see some crazy ideas. You know the headcanon by now. We're probably going to have our regulars, probably Flower, Rufy, all the boys making the predictions, so we'll get started. Let me see. Screen share. Application window. Boom, baby. All right, let me go. Let me know if this is big. Let me see. Like, boom. Maybe I can make it bigger. That look good? Oh, burp. Nami dies, you drop One Piece. I will be devastated, and you guys know that. Everything look good on your end, everybody? Shouts to Cook. If it looks fine, you guys better comment, or else I'm gonna think that it doesn't look good. I think, oh, well, my screen doesn't look that bad. So I'm gonna assume it looks fine for you guys too. All right, guys. We're going in. We're going in. So, oh, Brago just started streaming. Goodbye, all of my viewers. So anyway, oh my god. We have our regular now, the first person to always review, make a prediction of every chapter, Mr. Flower, man. Title is Broken Heart. All right. I already, so you guys know that this person hates pudding. You already know what's going to happen. You already know. See you, Ricky. So the cover is Sai gets beaten up by his former fiance for leaving her. All right, whatever, kind of irrelevant. Flower's a chick, well, whatever. So the situation is Sanji is shown again. He flies on Rabian to Chocolate Town. Chiffon and Pudding are both with him. They show up basically. Sanji gets off the carpet. Oh, so there's another dial. Oh my fucking god. Here we go, boys. Here we go. Sanji says, "Now quick, Pudding. Where are those ingredients you mentioned?" Evil Pudding. You fool. Did you really believe that lie? Sanji is shocked. Wow, like this was never going to happen. Holy shit. Oh, they're playing the thing again. Oh, thank God. Good Pudding. No, that's not what I meant to say. Listen to me, Sanji. I lied about those ingredients. Oh my fucking God. Sanji, why did you? Pudding, look, my siblings are currently busy. Nothing can stop Mama when she is on a rampage. Nobody will stop us. I want to leave Totland with you and Chiffon forever. Now is our chance. Let's leave everything behind and run away. You don't need your friends when you have me. Pudding, listen to me. I don't know if your feelings for me are genuine or not, but I cannot leave with you. Shock. Grr. Yeah, 34 people left. Yeah, well, Brogla streaming, dude. Brogla is the premier streamer. You know what I'm saying? Sanji, you are a nice girl. Don't misunderstand me, but I cannot imagine living with... Oh, my God. I am the chef of the Straw Hat Pirate Crew. I will follow my captain, Monka D. Luffy, until the end. You can run away and leave this place if you want to, but I will stay and help my friends. Pudding, you are so cruel, and here I thought you were a nice guy. Evil Pudding. Then go right back to your demise. See if I care. I hate you forever, Vince Milk Sanji. Crying Pudding runs away until she can no longer see Sanji. Yeah, this is totally gonna happen, guys. Totally gonna happen. Pudding, fine, I'll run away by myself. No one's gonna help me run away. That Baka should rot in hell. Question mark, so this is another person. Oh my, you are so beautiful. Pudding, who is there? Stussie's here. Okay. It's me, my sweet little Pudding. Pudding, Stussie, what do you want? Why are you here on Chocolate Island? Stussie, oh, I came because of you, dear. Pudding, me, why? Stussie restrains Pudding and covers her mouth and then brings out her secret sex toy that she was hiding in her purse the entire time, and thus begins a very kinky fan fiction. Stussie, well, you are a member of the Three-Eyed Tribe and of great value to the world government. You will decipher the poneglyphs for us, sweetheart. What? Okay. Now come with me quietly. Stussie knocks her unconscious and takes Pudding to a ship. Oh, ooh, baby, where's this going? Let me read this fanfiction. Okay. Swing switches back to Sanji. Chiffon, I'm sorry, I should have known better. Yeah, because this is gonna happen. Sanji, it does not matter. Stuff like that happens all the time. Wait a minute, what? How do we save your friends now that we don't have ingredients for a cake? Sanji, I meant when I said I am the chef of the Straw Hat Pirates. My hands exist to cook meals for my friends. What are you going to do? Sanji looks at a worry for Chiffon. Can you show me the way to the kitchen? I have a captain to feed. Wait a minute, what? Wait a minute, what? Oh, okay. What? All right. So, basically, this person's idea of the chapter is, oh my God, basically Pudding getting owned, then getting kidnapped by Stussie, and that's after. Basically, this person does not support the Sanji and Pudding potential ship ideology, so they're making that very clear. This person, every time they say something about Pudding, it always ends the exact same way. This person is a really big Pudding hater. It doesn't even put any instances to make Pudding have a moment or anything. Anything that usually happens to Pudding is usually bad, like getting one shot by Pedro or something. Ugh. But then Sanji basically changes his mind from making a cake for Big Mom to making a cake for Luffy, so Luffy can go beat up Big Mom. Ooh, that's the vibe I'm getting, and I do not like it at all. Yeah, JB. Like a few weeks ago, this person made a prediction about. I think it was this person that Pedro just one shots the shit out of Pudding after she tries to shoot either Nami or Sanji, and one of them protects the other. It was very, very cringy. All right, that's the first one. We always got to start off strong. This is nowhere near as bad as the last prediction where they said that Germa had Uranus. And that it was basically, and they were shooting giant lasers at Big Mom that were seriously damaging her. This is nowhere near as bad as that, so an upgrade in my opinion. So next prediction, we got one by Aloe Vera. Title, Postponement. All right, so basically, person was preventing inside. Makes sense. Okay, this person is going by pages. I don't like when people do this by pages. All right, page 1 and 2. Okay, this is after the explosion. We go with Sanji. He is mad with grief. The Sanji retrieval team. Oh, so Luffy and the gang. That's what it's supposed to be. They're mad. Okay. Well, Katakuri is concerned about the fate of Sparrow. I'm not sure if Katakuri would give a fuck. But at any rate, Kara in particular is the most shaken one. Makes sense. However, as the mist clears away, we see a heavily injured Sparrow standing above a lying, seemingly unconscious Pedro. Okay, that could happen. Sure. And we go on to the next few pages. Strats are shocked, and Katakuri gives a large grin. How would we know he's having a grin if we can't see it, huh? He's got to reveal that face of his. Luffy tries to go and help Pedro, but Katakuri restrains him with Mochi. All right, cool. Meanwhile, with the candy clock on Chopper is almost hitting 3 minutes, much to the latter and Brooke's terror. Oh, okay, yeah, makes sense. I read that weird. Heavily injured, but still quite confident, Sparrow starts gloating about Pedro's death. The Straw Hats are in utter defeat and close to their end. However, his speech is suddenly cut off. It was Pedro who gathered the remaining of his strength to stab a distracted Sparrow with his blade. All right, cool. Pages 5 to 6. Sparrow, he's hurt and shit. Katakuri's like, I didn't see that shit coming, and runs to help Sparrow again. Not something I necessarily see happening, considering that he basically abandoned all of his underlings just to focus on Luffy. So he lets Luffy go. I have a potential disagreement with the realism behind that. Okay, so Sparrow basically is taken care of. The candy and Brook and Chopper are freed due to him falling unconscious or dying. They all understand it as proof of Sparrow's death/fainting. Pedro then turns to the Straw Hats and then tells them to sail away to safety before collapsing too. Yeah, Joy Boy make this stream lit. Pages 7 and 8. Luffy emotionally responds that they'll finish their voyage together before rocketing them to the while Katakuri arrives. So Katakuri leaves the ship willingly to go to Sparrow. They destroy the mirror, and Luffy clashes with Katakuri using Eagle Bazooka. All right, cool. Pages 9 to 10. Somebody grabs an unconscious Pedro around the belt and so Luffy does this. And using Gear Second, he goes back to the... Wait a minute. Oh, they finish the voyage before rocketing to him. Okay, blah, blah, blah. So they're still preparing to use the coup de burst in this situation. All right. So basically, he grabs Pedro's body and then they go back to the ship. Katakuri tries to follow him, but Big Mom bursts out of the mist. And so basically, it's Katakuri versus Big Mom, or Big Mom is in the way of Katakuri. The Tart ships start closing in. Situation is getting very tense. Amonde tells them to open fire. The Straw Hats notice the incoming cannibals from one side and Big Mom from the other, and Luffy is told to make haste. Oh, they even put in a double spread. Wow. Okay, that's some imagination. They get on the Sunny, so blah, blah, blah. With the land of blow, Nami activates coup de burst, and they take off, barely dodging Big Mom's blow. Okay, that can happen. Which this all explodes in Big Mom's face. So they're like, holy crap, a ship can fly. Okay, cool. Next 2 pages. Amonde confirms to Montdor that the Straw Hats managed to defeat Sparrow and get away. Montdor and Niwatori, instead of just calling him Tamago, I get that, that's pretty cool, are surprised and worried. But Katakuri reassures them that this is only a postponement and that he will personally chase them down. Bobbin will finish this. A 3-hour time skip? 3 hours? Really? It takes them 3... I don't know about that. That is weird. So the swing switches over to the Sanji team. Okay, cool. They just arrive in Chocolate Town. They start addressing the situation to make the cake to the chief's peacekeepers guarding the legendary ingredients. Also, the people guarding the ingredients, and they're making their case. Sanji smacks them down. Okay, so basically, yeah, they're getting the ingredients to make the cake. We then see a fast forward of the preparation of the cake. Okay, that sounds realistic. Preheating the oven, lubrication of the mold, working of the chocolate in the... Okay, I'm sorry, but this just sounds funny. Working of the chocolate in the butter. Blending of the potato starch, chocolate, butter, and flour. Mounting of whites and snow. Mounting of whites and snow. Incorporation of the whites and snow to the mixture. Baking. Okay. The making and baking of the cake takes 2 hours and a half in total. Okay. The three of them are utterly exhausted. Finally, as pudding and chiffon look eagerly, Sanji opens the oven where rests a small, regular-looking cake. Here it is, the best cake ever made that will make Big Mom faint. All right, not a bad prediction overall. Not a bad prediction. I mean, a little bit too much detail, I think. Oh, this is our boy Luffy, guys. Or Rufy. He changed his name to Rakonax. So you're gonna see some lit stuff here. Title: Predictable. And the cover story is signed Baby 5 Mary. Okay. And the scene starts off with Germa. Yonji's in the infirmary with Judge. And the doctor's like, Prince Yonji, I have to tell you, your father passed... So Judge dies. Your father passed away. Yonji. Well, he played with fire and got burned like a moth to the flame. Reiju watches them through a half-open door. Reiju thinks, Father, you died to save us. It seems like there was still some good in you. Doctor, according to the tradition of Germa, the eldest son will now become the king. Yonji, all of us are the same age. Doctor, and in this case, you three, ... Yonji says, shut up and start the snails! As long as Ichiji and Niji are away. Wait, what? Well, okay. Doctor says, yes, Prince Yon. Yonji, it's King Yonji now. What the fuck is this? Set snail and kill off every Big Mom scum that's in our way to marry Joa. What? Reiju thinks one problem less, still two to go. What the fuck is this? We see her flying from the Germa ship. Oh my fucking god. Chocolate Town. Sanji flies with pudding and chiffon on Robin to Chocolate Town. King Yonji, the fourth brother. Jesus. Oh my god. Where did he get this idea? They enter Pudding's kitchen. Well, it's like house kitchen. Sanji, you have a nice kitchen, Pudding-chan. Shut up and work, stupid fool. I'm sorry, Sanji. Sanji, never mind. They start making the cake. They put the ingredients. Sanji puts in some ingredients without putting in chiffon. Please don't tell me. Sanji puts ingredients without everyone knowing. The wall explodes. Ichiji, Sanji, you are so predictable. Niji, again helping the servants to cook. Sanji, what are you doing here? Ichiji, Sanji, our father just passed away. How the fuck did they know that? They literally weren't there. Wasn't that the point? They didn't know that Yonji was going to be king, so Yonji's like, let's get the fuck out of here. Wait, what? Okay. Whatever. Let's just go with it. Our father passed away. Do you know what that means, Sanji? That you have to plan a funeral? Niji, well, yes. Ichiji, I meant now that the old one, the ancient man, is dead. No one can stop me from ripping off your dirty little nipples. Sanji, Pudding, chiffon, get yourself out of here. Ichiji, nuclear blast. Ichiji tries to hit Sanji, but Sanji dodges. Niji tries to attack him with his Henry needle, but someone grabs him and throws him to the ground. Reiju, this is... Oh, God. This is for Cosette! For my friend! Sanji and Reiju start a tag team fight against Ichiji and Niji. During the fight, Chiffon and Pudding carry the unfinished cake out, okay? Capone shows up. Chiffon, Beige, what are you doing here? Capone goes, thanks to the spy snails, I heart that 2 German princes went to attack you 3, and I wanted to protect you. Sanji is strong, but he isn't strong enough for both of them. Yeah, just wank the German more. Wank him. Chiffon, Sanji's sister came to help him. Chiffon, but she's a woman. That's good. With a bit of luck, they kill each other, and Germa has lost all of their protectors, and we could conquer their army. What the hell is this? Chiffon, beige, that's heartless. They saved our lives during the ceremony. Pudding smiles evil and thinks Germa has lost almost all of their protectors. Everything worked out as I... my fucking god. Pudding says, everything worked out as I planned. Guys, Rufy is truly a legend around here. Truly. Truly a legend. Truly a legend. I'll give this F5. I'll give this a 2. Fucking hell. All right. Let's get on some good ones, baby. We got one from Bartolomeo. Old friends. All right, so this guy is getting straight to the point. I like this guy. Peckham saves Pedro using devil fruit powers. Okay. Oh, Peckham's randomly shows up and saves Pedro. Peckham gets injured and says that he already made Pedro lose part of his life. He's not going to let him lose all of it. Peckham tells Katakuri that if they didn't make Mama go for Cocoa Island, all of them will die, and tells Katakuri that he can kill him if he wants. Katakuri understands that and decides not to kill him. Luffy gets Pedro. They coup to burst away above Big Mom's ships, and all of them get surprised, including Carrot. Sanji is preparing the cake. He says it will be ready soon. Big Mom's ships move, gets out of the way because Big Mom crushed some of them on her. Okay, that's kind of weird. The cake is ready. Holy crap. How much shit's going on here? The cake is ready and it looks so delicious, but they don't know how they would bring it to Big Mom as all the ships were sent after the Sunny Go. The Sun Pirates arrive and Cocoa Island offers to help bring the cake. I don't know about this one. It's alright, I guess. He's got 9 pictures, so I'll give him 3 stars. Oh, we got Rumbar. Final words. Oh, I wonder what this is about. Big Mom has fallen down from the explosion and is trying. Big Mom has fallen, but she can't get up. We see a distorted silhouette of Pedro along with Perospero's body. Pedro, at least my sacrifice didn't go in vain. I was able to save the life of the future pirate king. Pedro passes. Straw Hats are all desperately crying, saying things like, please be alive, and why Bonchan? We see a panel with Brook crying and remembers his moments with Pedro. Yeah, all of those moments. Luffy's eyes are completely blank and full of tears, same with Carrot. Katakuri, I can't believe that Mink took away his worthless life along with Sparrows. God damn. Luffy and Carrot get in a rage state where they are desperate to attack Katakuri. Chopper and Brook hold them back. We see a panel with Luffy still on his rage, remembering all those moments with Pedro. He breaks... I thought this read he breaks off Brook's arms. He breaks out of Brook's arms, which I see you didn't address the fact that Brook was supposed to be in Candy in this Rumbar. You piece of shit. Just kidding. We see a panel of Luffy. Okay, wait, we go. Luffy goes Gear 4 and flies in Katakuri's directions. Brook goes, Luffy-san, come back! Yamero! Yamero! Chopper goes, calm down, Carrot. Pedro died for us to escape, not fight. Desu. And then a small flashback starts. Child Carrot. Pedro and Zeppo-chan. Can I go explore the world with you? Younger Pedro, not this time, bitch. You have to stay here and learn how to cook. Child Carrot. Okay. But I can still get out to the sea with you guys one day, right? And then younger Zeppo says, of course. One day you, Pedro, and I will venture together. Yeah. Carrot says, promise. And younger Pedro and Zeb will go, okay. And the three of them start laughing, and the flashback ends. Carrot gets a little calmer, but continues to cry a lot. She cries out, Pedro-chan, Pedro-chan, I promise I'll protect the man we have been waiting for centuries, Luffy, no matter what. Katakuri is distracted. Look at Parasparrow's body. What a good, sexy body. I wish I had that body. Luffy gets the Katakuri very fast and uses double King Kong gun. Oh yeah? Double King Kong gun, huh? Okay. Katakuri is sent flying to the shore, and Luffy go. Oh, right. He's still able to attack after using a double King Kong gun. Okay. Katakuri is sent flying to shore, and Luffy goes after him. Nami, Luffy, come back. The coup de burst is almost ready. Grr. Suddenly, the Sunny is sent to the sky, leaving Katakuri and Luffy behind. I kind of like that idea, actually. We go back to the Germa Kingdom. Germa Doctor. It seems like your father is in a coma. And you're the father. It might take a while for him to come back. Ichiji. So he he can't give out orders, right? So I'm totally gonna go after that disgusting rat, bruh. How dare he humiliate a father like that? Totally. And then there are panels of Sanji and Judge talking inside of Capone. I would totally make him pay for that or whatever. Ichiji goes after Sanji. Freiju gets worried for Sanji and goes after Ichiji to stop him. Chapter ends. I mean, I can't say I agree with it, but it's a good idea. All right, remember, I'll give you a score. All right, next we got Tayyab Khalid, Luffy versus Katakuri. Oh, this ought to be good. Smoke from the explosion is clearing away. It's revealed that Parasparrow shielded himself with his candy from the blast, man. The blast. And barely left without injuries. No injuries, huh? The force still managed to break some ground and trees withered away. It almost managed to save Pedro too, but is he dead? Question mark. Parasparrow looks at Pedro lying on the ground. Okay, I read this wrong too. I read this as Parasparrow looks at Pedro lying on the floor and he looks angry at him and kisses him as he mocks him. That is not what that says. Kara is crying as she reminisces her time with Pedro before all the shit went to hell. Nami and the rest are crying and mourning for Pedro. Jinbei's like, okay. And respects him. He then goes on to tell the crew to not let his death be in vain and that they must escape and fulfill Pedro's last wish of leaving Whole Cake Island alive. Luffy's eyes are blanked. He's totally high. And as he looks at Parasparrow kicking and making fun of Pedro, Katakuri warns Parasparrow to get inside the mirror since in a few seconds he will fall. So, wait, that doesn't really make sense because Parasparrow would have to go back on the ship and then into the mirror. So you have to go right to Luffy. Luffy goes Gear 4, is in the way of Parasparrow. The next moment, he is sent flying and crashes into trees several meters ahead and then passes out from the force of the attack. Luffy then tells him to suck his dick. Big Mom is shown climbing up from the explosion caused by Pedro without any signs of damage. Amande tries to corner the Straw Hats. Katakuri sees in the future and warns him to get the fuck away. Amande is shocked to hear that and looks above where Luffy is filling air into his arm. His arm gets bigger. The next moment, a huge fist is sent flying down towards the fleet. The ships start producing winds from the momentum of the attack as the attack gets closer. Okay. Stussy is on the line with Rob Lucci. Big News Morgans keep taking pictures of the Straw Hats, and Big Mom Pirates fight as he shouts, "This is big news! Big news!" Rob Lucci orders Stussy to come over here and suck his dick. And then after that, to go kidnap one of the two Three-Eyed tribe members, either Judge or Pudding. The old classic Judge Three-Eyed proposal. All right. Okay. Not awful. No break next week. I like that. We got one from Lisana. Luffy's Adventure in Wonderland. Oh, this is short. I like this. The Sunny is blown away from the coast as all catch something to. Oh, so everyone's holding on to the Sunny to stay. They are shocked by Pedro's actions, but they see that Katakuri is still on the Sunny. As the Sunny lands hard on the sea, they are in the middle of the Tart fleet. So they want to start the coup de burst due to those reasons. Carrot sees that Katakuri stands before the mirror and jumps towards him. Katakuri knows that was coming, and together they land. Katakuri lets Carrot push him into the mirror world. No way. Carrot said that Katakuri could do no harm to the shots anymore, but Katakuri said, "Nuh-uh," since he saw Luffy is coming to rescue her. Okay. Carrot's like, Luffy would never rescue anyone. Whoa, that's shocking. But she wants to destroy the mirror world, but Katakuri captures her first. Okay. Meanwhile, the fleet starts to attack, and Nami starts the coup de burst. Chopper, who got free from Parasparrow's candy, saw Carrot in the mirror world and said that to Nakama. Luffy's like, oh shit. Goes in the mirror, the others are shocked. Luffy lands in the mirror world where Katakuri awaits him, and Katakuri's like, sup? Alright, okay. I mean, I can't say I agree with it, but alright. We got Boo Satan 94. Okay. That's a cute avatar. My cakes are cooking. Alright, oh, that's a little. Okay, I'm going to skip the cover story because those are actually pretty boring. Pedro's bombing stopped the candification of Broken Chopper and broke the candy, covering up the coup de burst. However, the candy doesn't disappear on them. Okay, cool, I like that. The smoke reveals an unconscious Pedro while Parasparrow is injured, but he managed to decrease the damage by covering himself with candy and armament hockey. Luffy's pissed and tries to go to Pedro's place, but Katakuri intercepts him. Carrot is crying like a bitch and tries to try herself to get to Pedro, but Jinbei, despite himself being shocked and hurt, stops her, saying that she's fodder. Nami, remembering Parasparrow's candy weakness, uses her climb attack to produce heat balls to melt the candy on Broken Chopper. Luffy fights Katakuri, but Katakuri has a clear advantage until Big Mom roars like a T-Rex and starts positioning Napoleon to attack, causing Katakuri and Luffy to switch their attention to her. Meanwhile, at Sweet City, Smoothie, that's a character, and Compote, that's a character, are taking care of the citizens and of the wounded, while Mont d'Or is continuing the plan for the Big Mom pirates. Tamago and Peckham's jump into the mirror world to join Daifuku and Oven and company. At the same time, somewhere else in the Sweet City, Bobbin regains consciousness. Hashtag Joyboy excited. Sanji, Pudding, and Chiffon are arriving to Chocolate Town. Pudding lists all the ingredients, but obviously her gag with the personalities keeps switching. They arrive at Chocolate Town. They are seen by the inhabitants, who are both surprised to see them there. The preparation for the cake begins, Sanji having a proud smile. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad at all. We got my nigga Vic right here. Title: Sacrifice for a New Dawn. The aftermath of the explosion and the reactions. Okay, so this is a short depiction. So basically we get people reacting to the explosion. Everyone's free from their candy bindings. Parasparrow's unconscious. Big Mom fell backwards due to the explosion. Pedro's body is visible and bloody, and most of the crew is crying in shock. Your standard reactions. Makes sense. Katakuri doesn't lose time, and he attacks the Sunny. Luffy, pissed about Pedro, basically blocks Katakuri, but fails to damage him. Okay, cool. Luffy then escapes Katakuri and jumps towards Pedro's unconscious, injured body. Katakuri reads Luffy's intentions and blocks him, but Luffy manages to grab Pedro and throws him to the crew. Okay. Chopper catches Pedro and goes with Carrot to the infirmary to heal him. Meanwhile, Brook and Jinbei take care of the mirror in Nami's room, and Nami goes for the rudder. Okay, so Luffy and Katakuri are still fighting on the coast after this. Nami tells Luffy to come back before the coup de burst, but Luffy, to occupy with Katakuri, refuses and tells him to go on without him. Nami argues, but Luffy orders them to leave, so Nami is forced to obey. The Thousand Sunny flies off, leaving Luffy staring at Katakuri, Big Mom, who is rolling on the floor, crying wedding cake. And he is surrounded by the tart ships. In the meantime, Pudding, Chiffon, and Sanji arrive in the sight of Chocolate Town. So, just for one of the headcanons I wish would happen is that I wish there would be a situation like this where Luffy forces to leave himself behind. I don't really see it happening, but it would be totally badass. If that happened, that might be one of the more hype things I think I've ever seen. Luffy tells him to leave, and it's everyone versus Luffy. That would be sweet, but I don't see it happening. Next chapter, Luffy versus Katakuri. Cool. Not bad, Vic. Not bad. We got SC Amigo, whose title is To the Dawn. Content. Basically, shocks with the explosion. Yep. Smoke clears. Pedro is dead, and Perospero is horribly burned. And his whole left leg is blown off. Holy shit, this is getting bloody. As he is KO'd, all of his candy vanishes, and everyone's free from candy bindings. Yawning. Yawning. Katakuri is angry, his elder brother is harmed, and aims for Carrot. Wait, what? Wait, what? Katakuri is angry, his brother is harmed, he's like, fuck you, Carrot. To get some revenge, but Luffy stops him. Also, angry Pedro. Oh, Luffy stops him because he's angry that Pedro is dead. Nami gets Jinbei to get the ship ready as they work together to sail through the armada in front of at the coup de burst. Amanda orders them to fire as Chopper and Brook man the cannons to fight back. Meanwhile, in Chocolate Town, the cooking trio disembark and make for Pudding's home so they can start cooking. However, a chess soldier sees Sanji freely running with them and alerts Montdoire, who all of them realize Pudding lied to. Daifuku and Oven lead a squadron to take them out. As Pudding continues to split personality, the door busts down. Oh, this is the Daifuku who says he knew Pudding was worthless, but he never expected to be a traitor like Chiffon as his men burst into attack. Sanji stands in front of them, angry that he could treat his own sister so cruelly as they start to fight. He tells the two to start cooking while he holds the two ministers off. I don't know. I don't think Sanji could hold off Daifuku and Oven. I don't know about that. We got Cardboard Spectator. Now, this guy is becoming known as a notorious troll on Orojack, so I'm assuming this is going to be a thing meant to trigger people. Chapter 878, The Groom's Cake. Pedro and Perospero both knocked out. Blah, blah. Pedro's on the verge of death. Okay. Everyone's shocked. The same thing as always. It's probably going to happen. Luffy gets angry, but he has his hands full with some Katakuri. Jinbei says he'll go back and get Pedro, and Carrot comes with him. Luffy tells Nami to hold off using the coup de burst. The ships close in further on the Straw Hat. The Big Mom has gotten back up. Luffy realizes how dire the situation is and turns on Gear 4 and grabs Katakuri. He breaks through to the women's room, leaving debris everywhere, and throws Katakuri into the mirror world and breaks the mirror. Jinbei and Carrot find Pedro barely alive and grab him and bring him back to the ship. The Shrats use coup de burst right before Big Mom launches her attack, and the ship's cannons hit them. As he lands, Chopper says he will heal Pedro, and everyone is shocked if it can even be done because Pedro's body is almost fully burned and messed up. Pedro tells them it's all futile because Big Mom has his lifespan anyways. And Luffy looks pissed. Scene switched to Germa. The Vinsmokes make it back to their base and Judge is barely conscious. He tells the Vinsmokes to counterattack and wants to get revenge on Big Mom. The Germa get into their robot suits and initiate docking, revealing a giant Megazord. Yeah, I don't know about that. All right, we got Busokoka leg. So this person seems to be No, these persons are making this scene out to be a lot more than it is with their avatar. This person, just by their avatar, seems to be a Sanji fanatic. So let's. Oh my. Spacing, my nigga. I'm not reading this. I'm just gonna try and summarize this. Pedro doesn't die. La, 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 la. Paris Bros hurt. Paris Bro tries to finish off Pedro. Jinbei uses a secret fishman karate technique to save him. Basically, they want to use the Kuda Burst. Luffy is angered. He goes Gear 4. Standard Kong. Oh, Kong Organ. Yeah, I want to see Kong Organ again. Uses Kong Organ on Katakuri. Want to see that? But the Katakuri counters on the wall of Mochi that has arm and hockey around it. Luffy uses King Kong Gun, but Katakuri's Mochi simply absorbs the kinetic energy of the hit. Oh, really? The kinetic energy. Interesting. Luffy's like, what? You can do that? That's cheat. Science. Katakuri says that his fruit absorbs kinetic energy and that the significant amount of force generated by his attack is made redundant. I wonder where this guy got this idea from. The scene changes to Sanji. Okay, they arrive on the island. Before they land, Sanji jumps down from a great height, shocking Pudding and Chiffon. Why? Pudding screams that he is mad, to which Sanji nonchalantly shrugs at. Oh my god. Sanji then uses observation hockey to find the place where all of the materials are made. Wait, how does that make sense? What? And tells Pudding Chiffon that he will meet them at Pudding's cafe once he gets all the ingredients. What is this? Sanji uses a new move called Ground Walk and disappears out of Pudding and Chiffon's sight, leaving them shocked. Oh yeah, because this is where Sanji will use that ability. Pudding and Chiffon then start cooking and preparing the oven when Sanji returns carrying a large sack the size of a house on his shoulders. Those are the ingredients, I'm assuming. Sanji notices the quality of the ingredients, but then says that he is disgusted with how they were acquired. Pudding and Chiffon tell him that Mama is ruthless when it comes to food. Sanji then notices how the eggs are different. Pudding tells him that these eggs are covered by a shell so hard that not even a jackhammer for one day will be able to get through. So, oh my god. Sanji tells everyone to step back and uses a new technique where he covers his leg in hockey, which takes the flame pattern like Diablo Jambe and uses like a leg attack. Okay. The egg begins to crack. Sanji then lifts it and puts it into the large bowl, telling Chiffon to add the flour. She's putting a Chiffon in speeches because Sanji's just so fucking cool. Meanwhile, Sanji and the others are shown in various panels making the cake, and finally Sanji places it in a large oven. Basically tells him to wait. Blah, blah, blah. Unimportant. Sanji snaps back out of his flashback and pushes Pudding to the side as a large clanging sound is heard. Pudding has a shocked expression on her face. Oh, here comes Daifuku. Daifuku's halberd has been stopped by Sanji's leg covered in hockey. Daifuku chastises Pudding for her betrayal and says that he will be the one to punish her. Pudding begs her brother to leave Sanji as he is helping to make the cake for Big Mom. But Daifuku ignores her and says, "Nuh-uh." He says, Sanji's basically like, make the cook. What? Sanji basically says, make the cake while I deal with Daifuku. Daifuku is shocked that Sanji would not pay attention to him and blast him out of the cafe. Sanji goes flying with Daifuku, following him outside. Daifuku tells him that he is not a man to be trifled with because the world government has given him a 650 million berry bounty. Sanji and Daifuku begin their fight with Daifuku seemingly having the upper hand. Sanji states that he is tough. Oh, that's exactly what I expected based on that guy's avatar. Exactly what I would expect. All right, we got one from Den Ref. We have to leave. We have to go back. We have to go back to the island. And the first page is the flashback of Pedro planning to sacrifice himself and prepare the bomb in his body when he was still in Zou. Okay. After that, he will remember and flashback his journey with the Nox pirates when he went to Whole Cake Island to find the poneglyph while he's smoking. What? This is like irrelevant. It will show his fight with Tamago and his defeat. Wait, what? Okay, whatever. Parasparrow is still alive because he managed to protect himself. Okay, whatever. This is all that happens in the thing? This is it? Okay. Whatever, nothing special there. We got playoff 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, this is gonna be a hard one to read. Title, we never forget your sacrifice. Tito means Pedro. Alright, so obviously same thing. Explosion, shock reaction. Katakuri's like, nah, bruh, it's all good. We see Pedro's body. He is dead, and above him is a big candy ball. Parasparrow is fine. Same idea as before. Covers himself with candy. No biggie. Parasparrow has 6 candy balls who fly behind his back, like Rikudo Madara, who has Gudodama behind his back. Okay. With my awakening, I can do everything that I want. Parasparrow stabs Pedro's body, laughs, Carrots cry more. Everyone's shocked. Luffy freaks out and screams, I'll never forgive you. But at the same time, Jimmy uses the Kuda burst and they fly away. So we get a switch over to Germa. Judge is still up and we see his face with the mask. He gives the order to escape from Whole Cake Island. Ichiji and the other Rinsmokes fight against Compote. Bounty. 749 million. Okay, cool. They get beaten. They get beaten by Compote, who has strong skin like his, like her mother, and she can use strong arm and hockey. Before she shits on the Ichiji family, the Rinsmoke family, Reiju comes in and uses an attack against Capote, who becomes distracted. Basically, Reiju saves the day. Scene switches to Sanji, who comes back into the town. Daifuku's there waiting for him with a 666. Ooh, wow. See the correlation between that and Diablo Jambe, the devil? And basically, Sanji versus Daifuku fight begins. But Sweeney switches back. People are still shocked by Pedro's quote-unquote death. Behind him is a big tsunami of candy. Okay, Luffy goes gear 4, but this time he looks different. Around his body, he created a fire cloak. Okay, this is going way too much Naruto right here, dude. Was he gonna go QB mode? With his rage of sadness, he awakens his Conqueror's Hockey. What? A large shockwave arises because of Luffy's cock. Katakuri, I was right after all. He awoke in his cock like Mama and me. If I don't kill him, he will become a big cock. Luffy, I'll never forget you, Pedro-san. Pedro-san? Luffy using honorifics? No way. We will save Wano and your country. Alright, whatever. Kind of standard. I mean, not standard in the sense that Luffy awakens his cock, but, you know, standard, same thing. People survive. Gear 4. Same old. Okay, let's see this person's prediction. Narration. A stunning. Oh god, I don't want to read this. So much narration. So basically, all this is shock. What happened? Blah blah blah. Smoke clears. Parasparrow lies on the ground, bleeding heavily at his side. Okay, well he survived. Same old. They say they should escape. Luffy's like, oi, mochi man. Luffy's body begins to emit steam. His eyes become black with hockey. Get the hell off my ship. He uses Red Hawk. Katakuri braces himself. Bazooka. Katakuri strikes. Luffy strikes Katakuri and obliterates him, causing him to explode into mochi. Chopper. Iki exploded. Katakuri reforms in front of Luffy and attempts to impale him through his torso with his trident. Luffy blocks his strike with his own hockey. but the force of the strike sends him crashing into the mast. Cutter's like, "Nuh-uh, noob." Blah, 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 blah. Smoke clears on Big Mom, who is now shaking with rage. Her hair begins to ripple like fire, like my nipples. Big Mom, Soul Harvest. Oh, is this like the Moria situation? Yeah, so basically, exactly what happened with Moria, with the Shadow Asgard. Big Mom finishes absorbing the souls. She's 120 feet tall. She says, "Soul Gaia, Elbaf's furious wrath." Everyone's like, "Oh my god, she's fucking huge and shit." Mama's pissed off. Daifuku radios Katakuri. What's going on, bro? Katakuri's like, "Ah, no fucking clue, dude." Everyone says they have to get out of there. Big Mom reaches out her massive hand to grab the ship. Pedro stares at all of us from the shore and speaking on the verge of death. So basically, a flash. Wait, did I see Roger? Wait, what is it? Okay, I'm gonna read this then. Young Zeppo, pirates are so cool. I can't wait to sail someday. Nekomamushi. Ba 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 ba. Slow down, Peckhams. You're far still too small to spout such nonsense. Zeppo, you'll see one day Pedro and I will even have better stories than yours, Roger. Roger. Oh, Roger, you'll never find yourself some adventures crazier than mine. Go ahead and try. Inuarashi, certainly there's more to this life of yours than simple plundering. What are you after, Roger? Inuarashi, after journeying with Roger, Inuarashi's going to say that? Roger. Oh, I haven't told you? Very well, let me tell you now about the secret of this world and how I'm going to change it. So basically, Whitebeard flashback. All right, I'm getting bored of reading these, so I'm just going to go back to the chat. I'm actually going to turn off this cam because it usually lags every time. Turn cam off. Turn cam on. All right, boys, let me know if it's lagging. I'm just chilling here for a little bit. I can read you guys some digital forensics and investigations for my book. There's usually a lot of predictions, David. There's a lot of predictions. Oh, what's good, everybody? I'll put this down too, so you guys can. I got my feet up, a little back. I'm chillaxing. My mom is here listening to you and dying laughing. Good. Read you. Your mom is dead. Holy shit. Does my book include lasers? Well, I mean, technically, it has a disk for software installing. You can use lasers to read that. Yes, I said the N-word. Read us a story of Dritz. I have Ari Salvatore books, guys. I have them. Okay. Read you a poem. I'm gonna type in. There's actually a good poem I read a long time ago. What was it? Poison Tree. This will probably come up. Yeah, Poison Tree by William Blake is actually a poem I really like. I can read that if you want. Dritz, you read Berserk? I have read Berserk halfway through. I read Berserk up until the NTR moment, and then from there I got traumatized because I wasn't trying to fap. No, I ruined it. Whatever. Wherefore art thou, Dritz? Yo, I haven't really read that many poems, but there's some that I like. I think I did a paper on this poem, actually. But it's a good poem. Are you the only one with audio delay? Well, let me turn off the camera again real quick. Boom, baby. Turn it back on. Whatever, it's on. Whatever. Dritz, have you read the Dark Tower series? Let me Google it real quick. I just off a name alone, I'm going to say no. Dark Tower series. I have not. I have not read this. Anyone read Shel Silverstein? We trying to convert me to something, Joy Boy? Shel Silverstein. An American poet. Pff, don't care. Oh. Normal water doesn't affect devil fruit users, right? Only seawater with salt. Majority seems to believe all water affects devil fruit users. I believe I've. Oh, I don't think. I can't necessarily remember, but I think doesn't any water really affect them? I think it's any water if they're submerged. I don't know. In that area, you're not going to find me having the greatest of knowledge. How do I watch TV on my bed? Oh, see what I do, guys? Let me make sure you can see what I'm doing. What I do is, I mean, I don't really watch TV. This is just here for the NBA Finals. That's the only time of year I even watch TV is the NBA Finals. But if I want to watch it, I'll be like, turn this over here. And I'll be like, hey, baby. Yeah, baby. I'll be like, or like I'll go on this side and I'll be like, hey, baby. That's what I'll do. That's how I watch TV, though. I usually just use my computer, though. Favorite chopper form? I always like Chopper's human form the most, actually. Dude, how tall am I? Let me see if I can represent it. My ceiling isn't that high, right? But I'm like 6'2.5". So I mean, for my ceiling, there's not much of a room. I can easily touch my ceiling, but I'm 6'2.5". Let me change the camera again. Ugh. This way I can lay back down. Ugh. Those bed poses made me porn star material. Yeah, but it was my favorites. Dritz, if you could, would you have a threesome with Nami and Joy Boy? Get rid of Joy Boy and I'll do it. Or get rid of Nami and I'll do it. For sure. I would totally bang Joy Boy. You see that guy's face? But I don't know if I'm willing to share Nami. I feel like I would try to make my own. I'm a selfish guy. With this Coke. Yeah. Got it. You fap to me? Well then, that makes one of us. Understanding file systems. To investigate digital evidence effectively, you must understand. Next theory vid. Whenever I come up with a theory, I don't necessarily have a theory. The only thoughts I have right now, obviously, were my Gear 5th discussion video. I took too long to make this theory, so I'm not going to do the Tank Man to get Carter Curry back into the mirror for the next chapter. Other than that, I don't really have that many theories I can really talk about. I haven't really thought of anything else. I mean, I've read some interesting theories about like Emerald City, but they're not my own. But I recently thought of an idea, perhaps, for a vague discussion about Nakaroa. Oda said Usopp will always be the weakest of the crew. Could you explain that? That's sort of kind of like, I mean, there are multiple ways you go about explaining that. You could go to mentality or mentally the weakest, but weakest as in, Usopp's strength doesn't come from his actual physical strength and physical feats that he can do. That was never like his like an incorporation of his fighting style. You like rarely see Usopp punch people. Yes, I did say in my Nakama theory that I don't think Carrot is going to be Nakama. I basically used that, like the title of the theory was the missing Zoe ruler. Pedro and Carrot for Nakama was a question mark because that's going to be the discussion what I'm talking about, not what it's not necessarily what I believe. Would you rather cut off both your legs or one arm? Both legs, probably. Both legs. Probably both legs. Clickbait confirmed. Now, the closest thing I'll get to clickbait, I don't know. I'm not good at clickbait because I just don't care. Like, if I could just basically copy Joy Boy and just put like capitalized full words or put like reveal it and explain because it's a keyword search. But I'm not hungry for views. I don't really give a shit. If people watch it, then they watch it. If they don't, then they don't. As I said before and many times in the past, that my channel is basically on the middle ground where, I basically just use it whenever I want to use it. Would I rather give up an eye or explode? Hmm. Tough question. Tough question. Pillowcase Incorporated says I kind of want Smiley's fruit to return. What the hell is that word? Axolotls are really OP animals. They regenerate like sea stars. Would you rather quit watching One Piece or pull out your own fingernails? Haha, easy question. You said watch One Piece. I can still read it. I'd quit watching Toei. Easy peasy. What's that matter? Yeah. Victor says, I think the crew is pretty much complete with Jinbei as he was the last to share Luffy's tragedy and adventures. Potentially. Potentially. As I said before, I feel like the crew is going to be either Jinbei is the last or max two other people, as in a total of 13. But it depends where we go from there. I don't see too many people joining the official crew. Have you ever played the Would You Rather game on either die? I have not. David Cena, follow up to my last question. Do you see Usopp in the top 10 strongest Straw Hats at end of story? I seriously want to see Usopp as the strong, badass guy, of course, with his hockey and shooting abilities. Well, again, this all depends. Oh, top 5. This all depends on whether or not you categorize strongest as in physical strongest or technical abilities. When it comes to technical abilities, then it's hard to gauge strength in general. But if I were to make a top 5, probably end of series for the crew, just assuming Jinbei is the last person, then the 5th spot. I mean, you can make a debate with Usopp. Depends on what happens during Elbaf. There's so many different ways you can use different straw hats in fighting scenarios that it's hard to determine which one's stronger than the other. That isn't outside of the people who are totally meant to fight. Favorite role on the ship. Wait, what does that mean? Usopp, can you clarify? Favorite role on the ship, not favorite Straw Hat. So favorite role in the ship, as in favorite duty. Out of all of the duties, I mean, if you go into like what is actually needed for a ship, then Robin's role isn't necessarily needed. The best realistic duties you would say are probably like navigator, helmsman, cook, things of that nature. Those are realistic ones. But favorite role on the ship. Hmm. I never really thought about it that way. I suppose navigator. Even dating back to old times, navigation was one of the skills you needed to go anywhere. Would you rather eat Oda alive or bite off my own hands? I'll bite off my own hands. The Sunny or the Mary? Aesthetically appealing, the Sunny is way over the Mary, but emotionally, I'm more attached to the Mary. So I'd probably choose Mary due to emotional attachment. But by the end of the series, I'll probably be Sunny. Besides the Monster Trio and Jinbei, is Frankie the strongest fighter? If he has General Frankie, potentially. But then again, you could probably make an argument. Like, I don't know. There's like a bunch of like situational things you could put into that situation. But Frankie's probably up there. Frankie's probably fifth. Do I think, like Joy Boy, that the two people on the cover of the Kyoto event will be relevant in Wano? I don't. I think they're irrelevant, actually. Did I ever see Roger's long character poll, and would you be willing to do one? I actually did. I watched the entire video of the character poll just to see what the results were. Would I consider doing one? Yeah, sure, I'd do one, but here's the thing. Roger has what, 130, 150,000 subscribers, which means that he had a lot of votes to make the poll interesting. My subscriber base is not even 1/10 or 1/20th of Rogers, so I would get nowhere near the amount of votes to make it exciting. David Cena, do you think Roger will be present in some form, maybe spiritually, at Raffle? I hate that idea, to be honest. I mean, we do have the existence of souls, so it's not far-fetched to that degree. It could happen, but I feel like it would just like that's one of the shonen tropes that I don't want Oda to go through. I don't want that to be the case. I would much rather, like, if there was a way possible, I would much rather be like a hologram message, like Star Wars related or something, or some type of verbal message or something, aside from like the actual physical, the corporal spirit of someone else. I would rather have just a message. Hey Roger, what's up, man? Roger, did you know I'm a Yonko? Well, yeah, basically. Can't really deny that. Someone previously said that at Wano Zoro will face off against the stairs that killed Koena. I ain't taking credit for that joke. It's probably gonna happen. A voice style from Roger included in the One Piece, that would be pretty sick. Or if like there was a voice style from Roger, that would be pretty sweet. I feel like that would be awesome. Like Roger's final words or whatever, that'd be pretty sweet. That'll be like one of the more hype moments of the series because people are expecting like lots of things to be clarified for Roger, which I don't know if that would necessarily happen. Cold Killer says, sorry for not being clear. The poll I meant was the favorite character poll he did several months earlier, the recently updated with Whole Cake Island characters. Wasn't that what I just said, the new character poll he had? Or am I referring to, like, he just basically, whenever he redid the popularity poll? Because there's really not much of a difference, I feel like. Either way, it's still the same problem. Go ahead, post the link. Tsundere, kudere, or yandere. No, it's very cliche, but I do like tsunderes. I left all the real treasure there, in 2 pieces. Give us 5 head cannons I have. Oh, geez, Louise. I have a lot of headcanon, guys. And some of it's just completely just bullshit. Just I would like to see stuff. Will the Wano part require another time skip? I don't think so. Whom did I vote for in the Japanese official poll? I think Nami, then Luffy. Or something like that. I know I voted for Nami first because Luffy was guaranteed to get number 1. Oh, I think I remember this one. I think I actually signed in for this Nami mousepad giveaway last year. Which Straw Hat might achieve their dream first? Which one would achieve theirs last? Achieving their dream first. This is a good one for debate because technically Usopp might achieve his dream first after Elbaf if he becomes a brave warrior of the sea. And what exactly that entails for Usopp to consider himself a brave warrior. That could realistically happen during or after Elbaf, like in the events following it. Robin can achieve her dream very soon if she goes to Raftel. Her dream will be accomplished before Luffy's dream because she has to know the true history. And that kind of goes along with the aspect of being the Pirate King. Chopper could complete his dream as well once he cures Luffy. And that could happen before or after Raftel. So it's kind of like a win thing. Nami's dream would be the hardest to complete. That's kind of like a implied meaning, like it happened thing. Like if there was I know it's really cliche, but I'm going to use this as a reference since Oda actually did this in the Romance Dawn one-shot, is that at the end of the Romance Dawn one-shot, there is a time skip between Luffy, Nami, and the other person who joined Luffy's crew later on that used to be an antagonist, where Luffy is on a ship at the end of the story and he has like a goatee or whatever, and like he wakes up from a nap to like Nami and this other throwaway character and like a throwaway character, and it's like a time skip. So shonens have a long running history of having a time skip at the end of an epilogue, like during an epilogue. So that could possibly happen. Frankie's dream is accomplished basically at the end of the story. When Luffy becomes Pirate King, that's when Luffy's dream. I mean, that's when Frankie's dream is complete. Sanji's dream, it depends on whether or not what you consider to be the finding of all blue. But if that is the destruction of the Red Line, like many people believe it to be, and how that incorporates Sanji, I have no fucking clue. But that would happen during the final war, right? Or you would imagine something like that? Um, Zoro's similarly probably Final War, unless you believe that Shiryu is going to be the final antagonist or something along those lines. Uh, Brooke, that's an end of story kind of thing as well. Who did I forget? Jinbei? Jinbei's will basically be concluded at the formation of a new world government. All right, let's read some. Give us your top 3 fights you want to see in One Piece that probably won't ever happen. That won't happen? Won't happen? Hmm. Ooh, I can think of anything I want for this. Man. Luffy versus Shanks. Hmm. That won't happen. What? I feel like all the fights I want to happen are things that like are realistically going to happen. Hmm. I don't know. Like Mihawk versus Shanks. Shanks. Something. Mihawk versus Shanks would be something that I would like to see, but it probably won't happen again in the story. Um. It would end really one-sidedly, but I would like to see Mori get another shot at Kaido and then be defeated. That'd be pretty cool. I don't know if I'll put that in my top 3, but think of any devil fruit ideas you like that haven't been used yet. I always said that my dream devil fruit would be the illusion fruit. Basically, Itachi fruit from Naruto, like the Sharingan powers. Um, and that the way to activate Susanoo would be you would have to awaken the illusion devil fruit so that you could create the area around you into actual illusions to create the Susanoo. Uh, but yeah, probably on that. Catfight Poe versus Nami. I mean, I'm not going to include shipping shit. Code color. Zoro versus Sanji. I don't care about that. Who gives a shit about that? I know versus Kizaru. Whatever. You Logies can go have your whatever. To be honest, I didn't really think about it. So my top 3 ships: uh, the Going Merry, the Thousand Sunny, and the Oro Jackson. Sugar versus Kaido. Robin versus Akainu. Holy shit! Poor Robin gonna get duked out by Akainu. Magma Fist to the dome. Brooke versus Frankie. I wouldn't really want to see that happen. No Red versus Polar Tank, no, dude. Arc Maxim. Armament or observation hockey? As in, which one do I want? I would prefer observation hockey. It depends on the situation. Armament hockey is pretty dope. You kind of need that to be a good fighter. I don't know. But for the sake of my illusion fruit, uh, probably observation hockey. Nani versus Robin, who wins in a fight? Kind of an irrelevant thing because it would never happen. We just don't know. Nami versus Vivi in a fight? I'd probably pick Nami. Because at least we know Vivi isn't like a horrible fighter, but she hasn't necessarily trained her body like Nami and Robin have. So like Nami and Robin's kind of like a toss up, I think. But people were just gonna say Robin's just gonna use her hands to immobilize her. So most people probably choose Robin. How would I react if Usopp beat Akainu at the end of the story? Well, it depends on the way that happened. I don't see it happening, but if it did, holy shit. What part of the chapter does Luffy find Pedro dead if he is dead? What part of the chapter? I don't know about that. I mean, what part? I mean, I don't know, to be honest. I'm so biased on Nami. I never said Nami would win versus Robin. I said that you just don't know. Robin, in all likelihood, is probably a better, more experienced fighter than Nami. But like, it's like situationally, if Nami can use any of her clown attack techniques against Robin and lands a hit, then it's kind of like the first to land a hit, isn't it? If right away Nami uses Mirage Tempo, then it gives her a chance to cast an attack. Similarly with Robin, if Robin like gets a clutch off really quick, then like I mean that wouldn't defeat Nami because when has clutch ever worked against a person that has a good name or a name in general that wasn't like meant to be fodder, whose name isn't Pell? It's kind of like a whatever situation because it's so unlikely. And the story Luffy impregnates all of the girls that have taken a liking to him. Probably not. Nami versus Tashigi. Tashigi would win. Probably. I don't see a way in which Tashigi wouldn't win. What is my real first name? Evan. End of story. Sanji solos Kizaru or teams up with Zoro. Eh. Nah, probably not. Probably no to probably I'm gonna say no to both. It depends on where you see the story heading at, the final war. I'm not too sure. There are so many X factors in the final war that we just don't know. We'll have to find out. I'm not sure at what, where pilots are going to be end of story. I don't really like debating it. Your thoughts on the Fame chapter? It was nicely drawn, but I didn't agree with nearly any of the ideas, like the headcanons in the chapter. What was Smoker's dream? To get cancer? Yeah, I'm an Evan. Nami versus East Blue Tashigi? Probably Nami. An editor hyped up wanted to be as good as Marineford, so do you reckon someone fairly important can die? Yeah, probably. Someone can die. headcanon on Monster Point about like what like the idea that it's already an awakening. I mean, I don't necessarily have a new idea to put forth from that. I think I basically like many of the mainstream ideas out there concerning Monster Point. Oh, I need to like wake up, dude. I'm not gonna be sleeping tonight, so I can't be falling asleep. How many chapters before the end of Whole Cake Island? You think 13 to 16? I said I don't know what the max is gonna be. The minimum is 7, in my opinion. Will Ryunosuke return to us one day? Reincarnated into another dragon, he might. You want Greenville to be a mythical fairy type girl so I can get my cute hot admiral. Probably not going to happen. What do I think about Chopper staying behind on Whole Cake Island to cure Big Mom's illness so the rest of the crew can go to Wano? Very unlikely considering I think Chopper's presence on Wano is 100% needed. Especially after the fight. Thoughts on Shanks dying? Personally don't like it, but it will be good for Luffy's development. For me, it's kind of like in what way won't Shanks die? It's so there. It's so like in our faces. It's hard to ignore it. When might Nami use the weather wand? I mean, your guess is just as good as mine at this point. If anything, I would to guess whenever there is another like mini arc transitioned to suit Nami's backstory. Yeah, Toy sucks. Fuck Toy. Shanks has been dead since the first chapter, basically. Yeah, it's pretty convincing. Monster Point versus Kobe. Probably Kobe. Which one of the strats will awaken? The Devil Fruit? Luffy? Luffy, debatably Brook, and then debatably Chopper. Who will defeat Kaido? A collective effort from the Supernova and potentially, maybe other parties. Probably something like that. That's the most standard definition you can give about who will defeat Kaido. The deeper you go, the more you get into things like Blackbeard showing up or something like that. How do I think the Strats are going to get out of this situation right now? I think they're going to coup de burst out of there. I feel like Paige's situation will be addressed later before the conclusion of the arc. Paige's situation will be addressed potentially due to Peckham's, since Peckham still has a role to play in the arc, and he has a history with Pedro, and we still have the homies to deal with, especially the Scarecrow Pumpkin dude. I feel like they will coup de burst the fuck out of there. Luffy may force Katakuri through the use of Tank Man or a variation of Gear 4 to force Katakuri through the mirror, then they'll break the mirror so that Katakuri will be momentarily dispatched so that it can justify logically how those Strats are going to keep narrowly getting away from Big Mom. Which then again, I think that if that did happen, that would give Katakuri a chance to go on Capone's ship. Because Capone still has a mirror on his ship, which hasn't been addressed yet. What do you think the new monikers for the strats will be? I know you said Ronin. Yeah, Ronin for Zoro. Luffy's is always going to be the same. Probably something. I'm not sure what it will be for Nami. Another variation of Devil something for Robin. Choppers will probably get more Mimir. Uh, Frankie's will be heavily dependent on future upgrades he gets. Usopp now. Usopp is one where I'm not sure because he's already God Usopp. And I'm not sure where that's going to leave him after Elbaf. Because Elbaf has a bunch of things with mythology. I'm not sure where he's going to be. Brook. I'm not sure how much higher you can get than Soul King. Wouldn't Big Mom catch super fast on riding Zeus? Depends. I mean, there are semantics you can get into with that, where the fact of what's faster, and how far. They can go a kilometer with a Kuda burst, and you can have situations where Big Mom is mad at Parasparrow, which buys time, things like that. There are many ways you can have to buy time, or they can always incorporate those elements. What do I think about the idea of versus the four Yonkos, all of them going at it on Wano or one of the moons after the defeat of the Shogun and the opening of the borders? I don't think at any point all four Yonko will be in the same arc. I feel like the highest chance we have is after Kaido's defeat. Is that the remaining Yonko might have you might see like two at one time, such as like Shanks and Blackbeard. I don't think there's ever going to be a point in time where all four of them clash together. At least in a sense that it does anything meaningful. Doesn't Gear 4 Tank Man rely on Luffy being full of food? If you look back on the chapter, he talks about feeling the power of his fullness. Well, I mean, I'm sure then, Chase, you've heard the arguments about the differences between Luffy's full version and then the regular version. So they would imply that if since Luffy actually added the specification full, that it implies that there are things that aren't full version as well. So Big Mom's the fast bitch she is. I did that theory on the Minx with the third dude, and the reasons why Neko and Doggo hate each other. I still wonder what weird Moon has to do with the Minx when they kind of enrage. Still not seen. But yeah, I agree. I mean, to be honest, I'm not too thrilled about Moon talk, right? But it makes sense. I'm not sure if Oda's actually going to get into the specifics of it pre Vegapunk. It's just going to be like a statement like, on the full moon, our people, blah blah blah, full power. When Frankie was staring down a Sea King lion and he said the Sunny is a lion too, just has to be foreshadowing, right? What are you trying to imply, Usopp? Well, it's not going to drag, Victor, because if you had all four Yonko kill each other basically at the same time, that basically ends the story right there. That is basically the fastest you can rip off the story and the narrative of One Piece to have everything be solved at once. It would be like a mockery of just like the idea of arcs. Because Marineford was all just for Whitebeard, right? And you're just gonna have like all of the Fionko outside of the Final War just get into an arc and just fucking kill each other. That would basically get rid of all of the problems at once. That we will take down monsters with the Sunny. Actual monsters at potential. See you later, Leighton. No, that's not what most people think, Chase. The common meta thought is that there are multiple versions of like Gear 4. The magic number being 3, I think most people agree with. I need to rub some wakiness into my eyes. Ooh. Do I think Roger was the first owner of the Straw Hat? I don't, actually. I don't. Oh my god, Pedro. Do I think Luffy's inspiration for Gear 5 will come from Katakuri's techniques, or at least some of the inspiration? The coolest idea I've seen is that Gear 5 will come from inspiration based on the Minx. How will the giant in Blackbeard's pirate... so how will Salmon Wolf be defeated? Well, obviously someone will have to go up against him that can match his abilities. The only real answer I can give you. I can't give you, like, someone's going to use X technique to defeat said person because it's all very vague at this point. The closest thing I can tell you is that, assuming there are going to be 1v1 or close to 1v1 matchups against said people at the time that everyone fights Blackbeard, that one of the Straw Hats, maybe with help from an outside source, defeat him. Have I seen the fan art of Marines versus the Uncle Commanders? I'll send it to you on Twitter. I'm gonna check it out. Well, I don't even see it. I haven't seen a notification from you. I saw your notification literally just pop up in the bottom right of my screen. I went on the Twitter. There's nothing there. What the hell? What is going on? I don't see it, Silvers. That's weird. I think my Twitter's glitched out, Silvers. I don't think I can see it. Hold on, let me close this shit. I think I might have to restart my computer because my UI is definitely bugged out. I saw that you sent it, but I can't. It doesn't actually show up that you sent anything. Because it says 29 seconds ago you sent something, but your previous message is the one you sent to me on the August 28th. So that's not right. Oh, do I have you, like, blocked or something? There's no way. I never even... No. That's so weird. Who I think is going to train Luffy for him to reach the next stage? The most popular idea in the community is that Scopper Gabon is going to be the advisory role in that situation. Other ideas is that I'm not necessarily certain if it's necessary for someone to train Luffy in the same way that Rayleigh did when it comes to awakening. You could probably justify Luffy just learning it via, like, situational circumstances to just make it easier for Luffy to learn it. Like, if you're doing it, you're able to learn something faster. The common idea is Scopper. I didn't block you, Silvers. I know for a fact I didn't block you, but, like, the UI is definitely bugged out. I'm gonna have to restart my computer to probably get it to work. Could or will Chopper learn Electro? It's a Mink thing, but, like, I see where you're going with it. And the answer is we simply just don't know. We don't know how it works, to be honest. Because by that logic, you would say that Chopper could also turn into a where Chopper, just like the minx in the correlation with the full moon. When a One Piece theorist says your name, you feel appreciated. Like, don't touch me, I'm famous. Jinbei could take down Samwon Wolf. His attacks are water-based and not dependent on size. Plus, half of his body is underwater. Watatsume for Nakama. Hey, Watatsume could show up. I think actually I have seen this. Yeah, I think I actually have seen this. Rank the Yonko in order. Pure opinion here. Roger, Kaido, Shanks, Blackbeard, Big Mom. Okay, I'm gonna take Roger out of that equation, but probably look as of right now. As of right now, I think just from portrayal, you probably put Kaido first, even though it's probably debatable between all of the Yonko. It's all a pure opinion, as you stated. But um, because like if we were talking about like what I know they're capable of doing, I would put Blackbeard first always. Because Blackbeard will end up being the hardest opponent out of all of the Yonko for Luffy. So I want to put Blackbeard first, simply due to I know what his potential is. But if you're going to do right now, you'd probably debate between Kaido and Shanks, and then probably Big Mom and then Blackbeard. Rank the Straw Hat allies in order of importance. So not Grand Fleet, just allies. Alabasta's number one. Alabasta. I don't know. Like Alabasta definitely has the most importance. I feel like. Uh, I guess you would debate Dressrosa, King Riku, Rebecca, and them. Hmm. Some people would probably put Hancock up there as well, simply due to the fact that she's a Shishibukai. And then you have like X factors, like people Luffy has befriended along the way, such as Rayleigh. Obviously, number one, you would probably put Shanks then. Elbeth, I think, is going to take place after Wano. Yeah. Mythical Zones, aside from a dragon, I'm excited about seeing. I want to see a tiger. Tiger's my favorite animal. I would love to see a tiger. More Yazamas or Big Mom's homie, which is more stronger slash better overall? Overall, Big Mom's homies. Simply because the level of fighting power the average homie has is better than that of a zombie. Tell us about yourself. Like age. I'm not gonna tell you my school I go to because then you guys will start looking me up and stuff about that. Obviously, age 23. I mean, I can tell you stuff about myself, but I'm not going to like reveal too much because some people might take that and abuse information to hack me or find shit out I don't want them to find shit out about. What do you think is going to happen to Marco after Wano? Is he going to die / keep living his life in depression or join the Straw Hats? A person I talked to in Oro Jackson named One-Eyed King Kaneki likes the idea of Marco actually joining the crew as a crew member, which I don't think is going to happen. But I don't know if Marco's going to die. I feel like he'll end up being alive. He'll probably just end up, like all of the Whitebeard pirates will probably end up following Luffy at some point. You're doing a fanfic of Shanks and Kakashi meeting in an unknown world. What would you title it? Oh God. I don't know. What would you title that? I guess it would depend on the subject matter. Ooh. Well, anyway, guys, I think that's about it for me because I still have to study for my exam in 8 hours, and I have to go wake myself up. So I'm gonna do like some jumping jacks and like drink some pop and stuff. So I mean, I didn't really do anything this stream. You guys chill with me. Thank you for hanging out. You helped me procrastinate from studying. For that much, I'm appreciative. I'll see you guys later.